Start this off by giving a shout out to a wildlife preservation service that I was actually introduced to through a couple of individuals I met during this video named Kat and Andrew. They're a wonderful set of people who told me about this wonderful company called the Colorado 14ers Initiative. So if you have no interest in me talking about this, then you're more than welcome to skip to this timestamp on the screen right here. But I'd like to think that this actually contains some pretty pertinent information for people who don't know about this. So the Colorado 14ers Initiative is a partnership in preservation that believes in 7 different philosophies under one principle called the Leave No Trace principle. A lot of people haven't actually heard of this principle, and a lot of people have. For people who actually hike quite a bit, they probably have heard of this, but I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown of the 7 philosophies they believe under the Leave No Trace principle. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Plan ahead and prepare. There are plenty of resources and websites you can look up to check weather, conditions, mountains. You can learn so much before you go on your hike because, to be honest, the safety of yourself is the most important. Is being able to go out there and feel like you are planned and ready to go for your hike. That's extremely important. Because I can tell you, if I tried to hike the 14ers that I am right now about a month ago, I would be screwed by snow and rain and it would suck. Philosophy number 2. Travel and camp on durable surfaces. I think a lot of people don't understand that, and maybe this is some tourists, and this is also native people to Colorado. There are designated camping spots for people to camp on. You're not supposed to camp in the middle of nowhere unless it says that you're allowed to do that. So just following those rules is really important. Just make sure you're following those rules. Also, staying on trail. There are I'm not fully educated on this, but I believe I remember learning this in one of my college science classes, that there is special designated soils that grow on, and I'm sure it's not just Colorado designated, that grow offside of the trail. And if you step on these soils, it takes years for them to regenerate and become the state that they once were. It's some sort of special biossoil that allows for special plants and stuff like that to come out of the ground. So we need to be able to keep that preserved. Philosophy number trace. Dispose of waste properly. Come on, people, throw your trash away. You can bring it down. If you can bring it up the mountain with you, you can bring it down the mountain with you. If you're bringing it camping with you, you can bring it out camping with you. Throw it in your car, throw it in your backpack, and then throw it in the trash. Number 4, leave what you find. We all have that one friend in high school or middle school who's like, I want to keep that rock. I want to bring it home. Leave the rock. Leave all the rocks. Leave the trees. Leave the plants. Don't pick any of the plants. Don't screw with wildlife. Just leave it alone. We have a wonderful environment here, and the reason that we have it so wonderful is because we have these wonderful national forests and parks that keep these preserved. But they can only do so much if people are taking rocks and plants home. So please, just leave the environment as you found it. Don't beat crap out of it. Number 5, minimize campfire impacts. I don't want to make some sort of joke about California being constantly on fire, but California is constantly on fire. And I wouldn't say that that is probably primarily just based off of campfires. But Colorado has recently been getting fires in Bear Creek and stuff like that. Make sure to keep your campfire under control. There are designated, like we said in the second principle, which is travel and camp on durable surfaces. If you have a designated camping spot, it usually has a designated fire pit. So keep your fires contained, just be careful, and that's all. Number 6, respect wildlife. Let it be. Don't screw with it. Don't throw stuff at it. Don't try to feed it. Let it be. And last but not least, be respectful to visitors. Yes, tourists can be frustrating sometimes, but they've come to see the beauty of Colorado. They've came to see the beauty of everything. But yeah, it was really nice when I met Kat and Andrew. They actually gave me both of these things. They gave me the nice little plastic thing I can put on my bag, and then they gave me a little informational pamphlet about why you should keep your dog on a leash. Even though I don't have a dog, but still, there are some people who don't understand that it's very important to keep your dog on a leash, and especially when you're on trails, because wildlife is spooky. I'd like to preface this by saying that I am not trying to force this down anybody's throats. You are more than welcome to do whatever you want, but what's important is this company is trying to spread these words so that they can get out the idea that if we follow these principles, our wildlife will be extremely preserved and extremely beautiful.